Welcome to the High on Wrestling Podcast. And here's your host, Dusty 420.
Welcome to the High on Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host, Dusty 420. All right, man. Today we're going to talk about a little bit of everything, a little bit of wrestling news, a little bit of the Raw reunion, SmackDown, NXT. I'm not going to break them down because I'm sure by this point you've probably listened to about 20 freaking thousand review shows for Raw and SmackDown. I'm just going to talk about some of the news that's come out of them, some of the things that's happened because of the shows, and some of the things that pissed me off about the shows. Anyways, all right. Let's see here. The Raw reunion, baby. Now, this was, it was just, that's all it was. You really can't say much good about it. It's good to see the old timers back, but I don't like how they continue to have the legends make the current talent look bad. If I was tuning in, for example, if I hadn't watched wrestling since the Attitude Era, and I heard, hey, Stone Cold and all these guys are going to be back on there, and, for a reunion, and then I tuned in to watch it, and all I saw was the new talent getting their asses kicked by the old guys, I would think, well, this roster ain't worth a shit. I'm not going to watch it again until I see another reunion. You're not bringing in new fans. I'm sorry, but you're not. You're WWE. You're going to have to figure out what's important. Do you want to continue to have nostalgia pops? Where, you get ratings up for 1 week because you've brought back in the retirement home? Or do you want to get permanent good ratings? Make your current roster look like stars. Make them be dominant. Don't have them come out and look like wusses. That's just not how it works. You're going to tell me it's believable that a 55-year-old group of 55-year-old men can beat up a group of guys that are like 35 and 40? Get the fuck out of here, man. I'm sorry. It's just not believable. I don't understand why they continue to do it. It makes the show not good. The only thing that was worth a shit was Bray Wyatt attacking Mick Foley, which was cool. It was badass. He got him with the mandible claw, brought him down to on the ground. Of course, I'm sure Foley can't take bumps, so they had to do what they could. But this was good. This made it feel like, passing the torch to Bray Wyatt, to The Fiend. I really enjoyed it. I would have liked him done to The Undertaker, but I know they're not going to tarnish The Undertaker that way. But, man, it would be so badass if this would have happened. But no, all the other ones, you got current WWE stars getting trounced and made to look stupid by the old guys. It's just, I don't know. It's one of those things where I can't say how it should be, but I know how it should be. I'm not the one who makes those decisions. I'm just a fan. But come on, dude. Y'all got to do better than this. It's just garbage. I mean, nothing really good came out of this. Seth Rollins came out, cut a promo, kind of made him look stupid on Miz TV. He kind of was trying to do impersonations of Heyman and this and that. He just, I don't know. It's I don't know what they're doing with Seth Rollins right now, but it feels like they're trying to make him, be bigger, but it's not. It's not working. I don't know what you can do, WWE, but you're gonna have to be careful because you're gonna lose probably one of the best wrestlers on your roster. You're gonna lose his momentum. I say you turn him back heel. Make Seth a bad guy. Make him willing to do whatever it takes to get his point across to win. And there you have it. You're gonna have the Seth Rollins that everybody loves. This babyface, Mr. Magoo, Seth Rollins, it just really isn't working. Honestly, I feel like it's never really worked. But whatever. I would like to see maybe him turn heel or Reigns turn heel. If they would do that, if Reigns would turn heel, they might could save it. But I don't know. He just kind of comes off as complaining. I don't know, like he's complaining about everything. And they announced that the club had changed their name to the OC. Forget that it used to be a show on Fox about teenagers or whatever it was. I never watched it. But, so you're going to name the club the OC, which the club was a horrible name in the first place. Now you have the OC, which I imagine means original club, which, okay, let's just get it out there right now. For one, AJ Styles is not part of the original Bullet Club. Finn Balor was, as Prince Devitt. He started it. So, you're already wrong there. So I'm not sure what you think you're accomplishing here by calling the OC. Are you trying to do the OGBC thing? I don't know. I don't get it, but whatever. But then, you have the club look ridiculous against DX, who come out to help Seth Rollins, and then you had the rest of the NWO or the Clique or whatever they are with Kevin Nash and who's the other guy, the old guy? Oh my goodness, his name's slipping my mind. It doesn't matter. The Razor Ramon guy, Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. Scott Hall, shit, I can't think of their names, man. That's how long they've been gone, and that's how it should be. I shouldn't be reminded of these guys. They're old. They're the past. I don't want the past. I want the future. I want the present. I want the future. I don't want none of this bullshit that you call nostalgia acts. It's getting old, man. These legends are great. I loved them for what they were. But every time you bring these guys back and they look old as shit, it messes them up even more. It makes them look like, it slowly makes me go, wow, was I really ever a fan of those guys? Jesus. You gotta stop that shit, man. I understand you want to have your reunions and this and that, but do not have them come out and bury the rest of the damn roster. What are you accomplishing here, WWE? Are you serious? Get the fuck out of here. Do you really think that by having guys come back that are 55 and 60 years old and they're beating your young talent, you think that helps your main roster? You think that helps your product? No, it doesn't. It makes them all look bad. It makes them look like they can't beat up a bunch of old guys. I mean, come on. And, you had Hogan there. I'm convinced now that Hogan has become a parody of himself. He's literally some guy dressing up as Hulk Hogan. He's so, I don't know, man. I just feel like I wish now that he's retired, just drop the fucking gimmick, dude. Shit, just be yourself. Come out there and be yourself. You can still be Hogan a little bit, but you don't have to be overboard that you are. It's just, you're a parody of yourself, man. You become a joke. It's that old saying where it's like, live long enough to become, be a good guy, but live long enough to become a bad guy. Well, you've lived long enough to become a parody of yourself. You've been around it long enough where it's just a joke now, man. You became a joke. Who wants to be a joke? Not me. I hope you don't want to be a joke, Hogan. You seem to be pretty serious about your shit, so hey, why would you continue to allow yourself to look stupid like this when you come out? Brother, let me tell you something, brother. Come on, man. Just come out there and talk. Hey, what's up? I'm Hulk Hogan. Blah, 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 blah. What the fuck ever. I don't know. Fuck. Matter of fact, don't even come out. We don't need to see you anyways. Just don't. I want to go back and watch old Hulk Hogan shit. I don't want to see anything new done by Hulk Hogan because since then, I've learned he's a fucking racist. And I honestly don't like racists. So, I don't know. And I know you're saying, but it's the character, not the person. Dude, really? His fucking character and his person have merged a long time ago. So, yes, it's the same fucking person. Period. Alright? I'm tired of DX reunions, too. Holy shit. How many times have they fucking had a reunion in the last couple of years? Jesus Christ. Oh, it's getting old as fuck, man. I know they're all around, so, hell, most of them still work for WWE in the back. But shit, dude. Shit gets old after a while. After a while, it's no longer a reunion. It's just fucking dudes getting together. So, hey, let's do away with that shit, too, man. Let's let Triple H run the shit. Let's let fucking Road Dogg do his thing. Let, just Shawn Michaels do his thing at NXT, and let's just be done with the DX reunions. Because you're ruining DX. The older they get, the more they come out, the worse it looks. You're ruining DX, WWE. Please stop. I'm begging you. The best thing about the whole fucking show, though, was Stone Cold motherfucking Steve Austin coming out, drinking his Steve Weisers, which actually are his Stone Cold IPAs now because he has his own beer, because Stone Cold left the WWE and done his own thing for the last, 16 years. He's built his own brand, his own persona. He is no longer living that gimmick through and through. He's Stone Cold. He's doing this, but he's also keeping his character protected. He's not making racist comments, and he's still the most over person on the entire WWE roster, old and new. Which is sad, because by now you should have been able to create a character who was that over. But you haven't. And I don't think you ever will again. Bad on you, WWE, for not allowing your stars to grow and become megastars. Look at Ambrose. Ambrose, you held that dude down for years. He left. He's at AEW now. He's over in New Japan becoming a fucking megastar. And it's because you can't allow your wrestlers to become stars. I think you're afraid of them becoming bigger than what the character is, the way The Rock did, the way Cena did. And you're so afraid that it's going to hurt your whatever. I don't fucking know. But you need to get away from that shit. You need to get past it. So tired of this nostalgia bullshit. I'm tired of you not creating new stars. I swear to God, it feels like the current roster just lives in limbo. Because you're doing nothing to elevate them. Ever. Samoa Joe lost another match. Breaking news. All right. This is going to be, I'm going to do this every week from now on. This is going to be my what the fuck are you doing, WWE? So tell me, why the fuck does WWE continue to make Samoa Joe look like this monster, look like this dude that could destroy anybody? Because he does. He is the realest motherfucker on the roster. The dude, when he comes out, he literally looks like he could eat your soul, break your back, and kill your children. He is fucking awesome. But when you put him in a goddamn match, he loses. Seriously. This man, I saw somewhere, and I'm not sure if it's even true because I didn't research it, but you know what? It probably is. One of the news sites reported that he's like 40-87 since coming to the main roster. Seriously? How are we supposed to take this serious at this point? I heard he was in a match coming up with Roman Reigns. I was like, he's going to lose. I heard he was in a match, scheduled for a match on SmackDown the next day against Kofi. I'm like, he's going to lose. I'm just so used to him losing that it means nothing anymore. You have managed to take one of the most dominant looking, most well-presented, most well-rounded characters probably in the last 10 years and make him nothing. All because you fucking can't book the man correctly. You can't put that strap on him because he doesn't fit your fucking mold? Are you serious? Come on, WWE. You've got to do better than that. You've got to make a star out of the stars you've got. We don't need to see Hogan. We don't need to see fucking Stone Cold, who I love. I love seeing Stone Cold, but we don't need to see Stone Cold because you know what? Stone Cold had his time. He's off making podcasts and movies and TV shows. But what you do need to do is you need to build up the guys you have there. Or I'm telling you right now, you're going to have a horrible future to come. Because you know what? There's another company out there who's about to launch in October, and you know what they're doing? They're building stars out of their current roster which is not what you're doing, WWE. Wake the fuck up. What the fuck are you doing? It's just sad. It's just sad. You have such a star, and you're allowing him to fade out because you can't book him strong enough. That man can lose a match, come out the next night and talk about beating somebody's ass and winning a match, and I'm like, hell yeah, it's fucking Samoa Joe. But then you have him lose. You make no sense. You're killing wrestling for a lot of people. Samoa Joe has earned his way to the top. So if you're not going to make him the star he is, let him go. Let him go become somewhere else so he can become the star that he deserves to be. You're sickening me. Oh, sorry. I apologize for the tangent. Anyways. Now, brings me to my next thing. Talked about the Raw reunion. It was alright. Whatever. Fucking nostalgia act. That's all it was. They managed to make their new talent look like shit. Seth Rollins cut a shitty promo. The club got buried by the retirement home. Natty, we had a good segment between Natty and Becky. I'm shocked they didn't have fucking Trish Stratus come out and beat the shit out of Becky Lynch. Hey, why not, right? Why not? You know? I get it. You need your ratings to be up, so you had this fucking reunion. You got over 3 million viewers. But was it worth the cost? Was it worth the cost of what you did to your current talent? Because you buried every goddamn one of them except for Bray Wyatt. It's fucking sad, man. 24/7 title changed hand 8 times on that one fucking episode. Shit's not even believable, man. Come on. It was funny that R-Truth managed to win it back and jump in the car and run off with the belt and Maverick's wife. I thought that was pretty funny. I loved Drake Maverick posting later on Twitter missing, and he had a picture of his wife down. Laura, I think she's like holding the belt, and it said like weight, her age 3 months, weight 15 pounds, something else. I can't remember the description. It was some description of the belt, and he's like, and also my wife is missing too. I love that shit. Love Drake Maverick. Love what he's doing with the 24/7 title. But whatever. It's whatever, man. I don't know. All right. Anyways, I've said my piece on this stupid reunions, and I've also said my piece on Samoa Joe getting fucking buried every chance you can bury him. Oh my goodness. So, SmackDown Live was good for what it was. We definitely got some good things out of it, I guess. Kofi Kingston and Randy Orton, I think, was one of the best segments I've seen in a while. They brought up the past. They brought real shit into it. Orton told him, of course I buried you. Because you wasn't ready. And you still aren't ready, Kofi. So we're getting a Kofi versus Orton match at SummerSlam, which should be a fucking barn burner. It should be good. Because it's real. It's real life shit that happened between these two. So, hey, keep that shit up, WWE, because that's what we want to see. Then we had and I'm not going in order here, out of SmackDown Live, we had Shawn Michaels was on Miz TV, which he was supposed to be the announcer, or one of the announcers, but it was changed at the last minute. Reports are saying that Vince McMahon came in at like 4 o'clock and changed the entire script, which doesn't surprise me. And that tells me right there that Eric Bischoff probably won't be there very long. Because I could just see Bischoff and his team working on a script all fucking day. Probably all week from the week before. To only have it presented to the man, Vince, who, let's all be honest, he's a nostalgia act as well. He needs to go away as bad as all the other old guys. But anyways, have it brought to this guy who honestly doesn't know a shit about the current product anymore and what the fans want. And then have him destroy the entire script. So you're telling me that there's not a big chance that we're going to see in about 3 to 6 months Eric Bischoff, who has uprooted his entire life and moved to fucking Connecticut, saying, fuck this, I quit, man. Fuck this. Because Vince McMahon can't keep his grubby ass paws off of anything. Oh. But anyways, he ended up changing the script. So we didn't get Shawn Michaels on commentary, which I was looking forward to, by the fucking way. Instead, we got him on Miz TV. That's fine. That's fine. We had the New Day on commentary, which I'm just going to be honest with you. They were funny at moments, but shit, they step over each other so much that it becomes annoying. You can't really understand what they're talking about. So yeah, that was a good trade-off there, Vince boy. Jesus. But this segment was actually pretty damn good. Shawn Michaels is out with The Miz. They're talking about this, talking about that, talking about fucking their Raw reunion, yada, yada, yada. And then out comes Ziggler. Remember, people have referred to him as the poor man Shawn Michaels many, many times. He's been compared to Shawn Michaels probably more than anyone else. So Ziggler comes out, talking some shit. Shawn Michaels breaks him down to size, makes him look bad by telling him, hey, you just wish you could be Shawn Michaels, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. All that bullshit. Of course, burying the current talent. But it did end pretty good because Ziggler was able to get a fucking sweet chin music and knock freaking Michaels' ass out, which was exactly what needed to happen. So even though he buried him in his comments, Ziggler still came out looking pretty strong here. But still, man, you gotta stop burying your talent, your current roster. I don't care if it's Ziggler. I don't care who it is. You just can't have these old guys come out and make them look bad. It says so many bad things for your roster, man. It just does. Oh, my God. So pretty much you're saying that the current roster just isn't as good. It's not. It's just not as good as the old guys. So you're going to beat that in our heads to where we believe it. So guess what most people are probably going to go do? They're going to go watch the new organization that don't have old guys to build up. That they're building up new guys other than Chris Jericho. But you know what I'm saying. And I'm sure Jericho's going to put people over like crazy. I can't see Jericho not. So come on. Come on, WWE. Make your roster look stronger. Whatever. Then, of course, we got Shane McMahon accepting KO's challenge for SummerSlam. Which, oh man, I'm hoping so bad that this is the end of Shane McMahon come SummerSlam. KO's going to beat him, and then hopefully Shane McMahon's going to get the fuck out of Dodge, and then we're going to have Bischoff's ideas come in, creativity come into fruition. I'm hoping that's what happens. But, of course, Shane had to schedule a match between KO and Roman Reigns, which, I'll be honest with you, was a pretty damn good segment, I won't lie, because Shane made himself, timekeeper or some shit, but he made Drew McIntyre the special guest referee. He made Elias the timekeeper, and of course he was out there at ringside. So, it started off, KO said some shit that pissed off Reigns, so they got into it a little bit, but then after several attempts of locking up and Drew McIntyre standing between them, and then he pushed him, next thing you know, it breaks out into a fight where Still got Samoa Joe on the brain, man. Because, anyways, I'm sorry. Anyways, Shane McMahon and fucking Drew McIntyre and Elias got their ass beat by KO and Reigns, which I'm sure is leading to a tag match between KO, Reigns, and versus the fucking Drew McIntyre and Elias probably next week on Raw. I'm sure that's where it's leading to. But anyways, Kevin Owens has managed to go from heel to the biggest baby face in the entire company in like 2 weeks. All because he's going against Shane McMahon. So if that doesn't tell you Shane McMahon is a pretty hated heel, then nothing will. I'll be honest, I'm enjoying the stuff with Shane McMahon. I've enjoyed it because he has been a convincing heel in my mind. In my eyes, he's become a convincing heel. He's become hated. He's been a dick, which is exactly what a heel should be. So, hey, I think it was good. And I hope but I do hope that it's over come SummerSlam. I hope that he's no longer saying he's the best in the world because he loses to KO. Maybe KO starts saying he's the best in the world. Who knows? But anyways, but before that, we had the whole Kofi announcing he was going to go against Orton. And of course, they announced that Kofi and Samoa Joe was in a match. And the first thing I thought was, he's going to lose. He's going to fucking lose. Samoa Joe has become Bray Wyatt from 2017 when he was cutting these promos about how he's going to destroy everybody and then losing. It's exactly, except Bray Wyatt's at least had a championship run. At least had the WWE championship. Just, God, man, it makes me sick. Sorry, I'm going to move on. I'm not going to get on another tangent about fucking WWE and their misuse, their unguided direction of Samoa Joe, who is probably the best talent on their entire roster. Just being honest. He cuts the best promos. He does everything better than everybody else, and you still don't see it. I wonder sometimes if it's because Vince McMahon says, well, I didn't create that character. Fuck that. Or something. But then again, he does it he let AJ Styles become a champion. I don't know, man. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's his body. Maybe he just doesn't look like what Vince sees as a champion. I don't fucking know. But whatever. I'm moving on. I'm getting past this shit. Moving on to NXT, baby. NXT was good this week. I enjoyed the shit out of it. We had the breakout tournament. Jordan Miles versus Angel Garza. Fucking good-ass match. Garza dominated a large amount of this match. Man, I love Garza. I think the dude is outstanding. I loved him in TNA, matter of fact, or when he was in Impact, not TNA. Back when Anthem first bought TNA, and it was just Impact Wrestling. And Angel Garza and I think it was the Laredo Kid was a tag team. And I remember him ripping off his pants and shaking his head. Dude, Garza is a talented dude. He has a bright future ahead of him. I see it. I wish he would have went to AEW, but whatever. Jordan Miles came out on top here. So Jordan Miles is in the finals now. That dude's pretty talented. He reminds me of like a Bobby Fish or a Kyle O'Reilly in his style. A little more aerodynamic, a little more takes to the air a little more. But yeah, he reminds me of him a lot. He really does. He's fast. He's got some brutal fucking leg kicks. Dude's good. I don't think he'll win the tournament though. I really don't. I think Bronson Reed's going to come out on top here. I could be wrong, but he's a big dude, and I think they need a big dude to be on top to be in line for the championship. If nothing else, to cement Adam Cole. But I wouldn't mind seeing a Cameron Grimes, which is formerly known as Trevor Lee. I like to see him versus Jordan Miles. That'd be one hell of a match. It'd be a lot of flying around and super kicks and crazy shit like that. So I think it'll be good. Then we had Bianca Belair versus Zai Lee. Okay match. Bianca dominated most of the match. Came out on top here with a victory. Like I said, I've never been a big fan of her character, Belair's character, but man, she is strong as shit. She threw Z around like she was a rag doll in this match. I'm talking, she's so freaking strong. Bianca Belair is a strong lady, let me tell you. And she's dominant. I'm shocked they didn't put that title on her yet, but hey, they had to keep it on the most dominant woman in NXT, which is Shayna freaking Baszler. Then we got a little thing with Dream, the Velveteen Dream, come out talking a little shit, but out come Roddy Strong. I'm going to tell you right now, Roddy Strong, since he joined the Undisputed Era, is 100 times better as far as character goes. He was always great in the ring, but as far as character goes, holy shit. His character is 10 times better than when he was a babyface and before he joined the Undisputed Era. He's just better all around. Just everything feels more realistic. He just got a chip on his shoulder. He's kind of an asshole. I dig it, man. So anyways, we're going to get a match. Strong's telling him we're going to have a match between Velveteen Dream and Roderick Strong at TakeOver Toronto. And right about then, guess whose motherfucking music hits? No other than Pete, the Bruiserweight Dunne, baby. That's right, the former UK champion, NXT UK champion, who fucking held that title for like 2 years. So he's legendary status at this point. You hold a title for that long and have that many defenses, you're at legendary status. And of course the crowd popped like a motherfucker. And they announced that we were going to get Velveteen Dream, Roddy Strong, and Pete Dunne in a triple threat for the North America Championship at NXT TakeOver Toronto, which will be a 5-star freaking match. That match is gonna be fucking epic. Mark my word, I'll watch it just to see that match. Even though I'm gonna watch it for the other ones because I love fucking Adam Cole and Johnny Gargano matches. They're just great. So you know you're gonna get something good at this next TakeOver, which you always get something good at TakeOver. So what am I saying? Anyways, we had Io Shirai versus Casey Catanzaro. I think that's how you say her name. Sorry, I fuck up names, man. Match got off. It didn't last very long. Io was whooping up on her ass, and then out come Candice LeRae. LeRae comes out, attacks her, goes to get a chair, but Io runs away. So I imagine we're going to get Io Shirai versus Candice LeRae at NXT TakeOver Toronto, which will be one hell of a match. Maybe they'll do like a hard, like a street fight or something. You know, they don't do enough of those for females. I think we need to have a knockdown, drag out, like no holds bars, whatever. Badass fucking match between these two because it's gotten pretty personal since she attacked her while she was trying to help her out. You know, I think it'll be good. Then we get a badass promo. Johnny Gargano is saying that it's no longer about the title. You brought his family into this, so now it's about kicking Cole's ass. And he announces that the stipulation for their match at TakeOver Toronto is no other than a street fight, baby. This is going to be one hell of a match, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot wait. I know it's the third one, but you know damn well they're going to deliver, especially in a street fight. They'll whoop each other's ass all over that arena. I cannot wait. It's going to be out fucking standing. So, I know I'm not going in order here. I'm sure Gargano had this promo before this. But then we got to answer it with Adam Cole saying, okay, yeah, bitch. I've already beat you twice. I'd rather have a straight-out wrestling match because I'm the better wrestler. And I've beat you. And I'm going to beat you. Even though we all know that Cole lost the 2 out of 3. But Cole's considering pinning him first as a win. So, hey, Cole is Cole, baby. Let him believe what he wants. Love me some damn Adam Cole, baby. So anyways, Adam Cole talked some shit. Continues with the prophecy being fulfilled. Talking about how Strong is going to take on the North American champion Velveteen Dream in the triple threat match. But that doesn't matter that it's a triple threat match because Strong is going to prevail. And they'll be one step closer to fulfilling the prophecy of the Undisputed Era being draped in championship gold. Then he goes on to say that Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish are going to win their match for the tag team champions. And then the prophecy will be complete. And baby, that's undisputed. Sorry, I get a little excited when I talk about the Undisputed Era. It is my favorite faction in the wrestling right now, and I love Adam Cole. I'm just going to be honest with you. Just love Adam Cole. Anyways, the main event was really good. We had Keith Lee versus Damian Priest. Now, this match was hard-hitting from the beginning. Damian Priest, dude's talented. I'm not sure if I like where they went with this character. I liked him better as Punishment Martinez. But whatever. WWE makes those decisions. We see they like to change names. I don't know if I went with the name Damian Priest. I'm sure it's going to be shortened to either Damian or Priest by the time he makes it to the main roster. Because that's what they do, right? Anyways, Damian Priest came on top here. I was disappointed in this, but he didn't win legitimately. He cheated. So that means we're probably going to get a rematch. Hopefully it'll be a no disqualification match at TakeOver Toronto. Keith Lee looked as good as ever. The freaking man is what's the word I'm looking for? He is a freak of nature. He does shit that guys his size shouldn't be able to do. Like, he literally could probably go on 205 Live and outdo half the guys on that roster because he is just that freaking good and that freaking agile. Keith Lee, if he was on my roster, that son of a bitch would be the champion right now. Or he'd be fighting Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam for the belt. That's a believable match. WWE, give me what I want. Give me Keith Lee versus Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship. That's going to be a damn good match. Anyways, any fucking ways. Let's move on, baby. Let's move on. All right. Getting away from WWE. Because God knows I'm tired of talking about them. Except for NXT. I love them. All right. AEW, baby. They announced their weekly episodic show. It's going to begin on Wednesday, October 2nd, 2019. It will be at 8 p.m. Eastern on TNT. That's going to be cool, man. They're going to have like 4 pay-per-views a year. I think something like 2 shows a week. So they'll have their main show, which they're going to travel around to different cities in the United States, which is freaking awesome. They're going to sell out probably many arenas. And they're going to have house shows on Saturday nights, which would be freaking cool too. And I hope they have some way we can watch the house shows. That'd be awesome. Like maybe on the BR Live app. I know I would subscribe to BR Live if I knew I could watch those house shows. It's going to be awesome. But they haven't announced the name of it yet. That's supposed to come like, I think, today or tomorrow. Before the end of the week, they're supposed to announce the name of their show. We've all heard the rumor about the Dynamite thing or whatever. I don't know. We'll see. Dynamite sounds generic to me, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens there. But no matter what, it's going to be decent, I think. It's going to be good. Also with AEW, Jon Moxley has been announced he's going to face the former UFC champion Josh Barnett in Barnett's Bloodsport 2 on September 14th. That's going to be fucking amazing. I don't normally buy shit like that, but I'm going to buy this paper. I'm going to buy this, and I'm going to watch it because you know it's going to be freaking good. God, it's going to be good. Then Jon Moxley's going to face fucking Kaz XL with Enzo Amore in his corner at Wrestling Under the Stars event on Saturday, August 17th. That'll be good, and I can't wait to see that either. We all know there's a little beef in them from back at an indie show that happened where he ended up like kicking both their asses, giving them both the dirty deeds or something like that. It was good. So, hey, I'm looking forward to both of these matches. If you're not, you're insane. So go check out some Jon Moxley shit because he's not the same guy he was in WWE at all. Hell, sometimes I forget he was ever Dean Ambrose. Because 10 times the character, 10 times the wrestler, 10 times the performer that he was in WWE. Which is sad to say. But he was crippled. He was held back by the corporate monster that is known as the World Wrestling Entertainment. He was held back. Which is sad. Just like I was saying earlier, they hold their talent back. I think they're afraid of them getting too big. But that's just reality, man. That's just reality. Anyways, Moxley remains undefeated in the G1 Climax, which is badass. Moxley's a beast. I mean, he's out there beating dudes left and right in New Japan. This is good. I hope he wins the damn G1. I think that would be freaking awesome. God, that'd be freaking awesome. Could you imagine him winning the G1, then going over and somehow winning the AEW championship? Then at Wrestle Kingdom challenging for the IWGP championship and winning that bitch? That would be freaking epic. That would be epic. And then we're going to get Jon Moxley versus Pentagon Jr. That's going to be streaming on the Hot Spots Wrestling Network for subscribers. So, hey, if you don't have that shit, subscribe to it because you know it's going to be a good-ass match. Those two can go. So, hey, it's going to headline, I think it's like Northeast Wrestling's Prison Break event, which would be cool because, hey, he did break out of the WWE prison or the prison known as WWE. So, hey, I'm excited. I'm totally excited for this. Anything Jon Moxley right now is freaking good. I am definitely a Jon Moxley fan. Also in AEW, MJF, Maxwell Jacob Freeman, has signed a new multi-year contract extension. He's still going to work for MLW, but he's going to also be AEW. He's challenging Teddy Hart in MLW for the middleweight championship, which would be freaking amazing. And that shit happens tonight, July 25th. That's going to be good. Very good. Anything between these guys is always good. The Hart Foundation and the Dynasty, I love that shit. I love factions, like I said last week, and I love these two factions. I love what MLW does. WWE, wake the fuck up. If you don't notice, people love factions. It also gives more people on the roster something to do. Even if they just come out and stand there with the guy who's wrestling, it still gives them something to do. It puts them on TV. It lets us see them. That's what we need. Anyways, whatever. And then we have a match that was recently announced for AEW All Out. It's Darby Allin versus Joey Janela versus Jimmy Havoc. Now, I'm sure this is going to be a hardcore death match, whatever the hell you want to call it. I'm not impressed with Joey Janela or Jimmy Havoc. Not a fan. Neither one of them look like they could beat up my 13-year-old son. They're not big for shit. So what if you do stupid shit that can hurt your body? So what if you do crazy moves off of the top of a building? Who cares? Honestly, if it was real, you couldn't even get the guy in one of those moves because you're not big enough for nothing. It's like Joey Janela versus Moxley was not believable because Moxley could break him in half, roll him up, and smoke him like a joint, for Christ's sake. So no, I'm not excited about this match as far as like these guys being actual threats to anyone else, but I am excited about this match because they all could be threats to one another. So, but Darby Allin, he looks like he at least works out. Joey Janela looks like that, what was it I said the other day on Twitter? He looks like a out of shape lead singer from a crappy 80s cover band. That's what he looks like. I'm just being honest with you, man. Just being honest with you. Anyways, I bet Darby Allin wins that one. He needs a win. He had a draw with Cody. Then he got pinned by fucking Shawn Spears. So I imagine he's gonna come out a victor here. I'd like to see that. I don't want to see fucking Jimmy Havoc or Janela win. Who cares? So anyways, then Cody and MJF, they teamed up at a AAA event recently. Conan called him out, talking some mad shit. I'm hoping this means that LAX has signed with AEW, or they're planning on signing with AEW, and Conan's bringing them to AEW. That would be good. That's what we want to see. I would like to see LAX added to this tag team division, because we all know AEW has said that they're going to concentrate on their tag division, which to me, tag wrestling is amazing, and I hope that they continue to build it the way it is. Have a main event and shit the way they've been doing. I think that's great. The tag title should feel as important as the world title. Period. WWE, of course, doesn't believe that, but hey, who cares? AEW's the new way, baby. The new way. Also, let's see. That's it for my AEW news. So we're going to move right along to ROH. ROH, Alex Shelley is set to face the Ring of Honor World Champion at the Summer Supercard, which, hey, I think this would be a good match, man. I love Matt Taven. He always puts on a good show. The guy's, he's just a good heel. Alex Shelley, I've never seen much of Alex Shelley. I think I've seen like one match with him. So he's good. He's talented. But Matt Taven's going to win here. This is just another person for Matt Taven to just beat, I'm sure. Because, like I said, he's the greatest Ring of Honor World Champion in the last, 2 or 3 years. So, hey, since Adam Cole was a champion. All right. ROH has new tag team champions, baby. The Briscoes defeated G.O.D. in one hell of a freaking match at the Manhattan Mayhem this last weekend. So, fucking the Briscoes are back, baby, with their belts around their waist where they should be. The Briscoes and the Usos and G.O.D., in my opinion, are the best tag teams in professional wrestling. And they might be the best of all time. But right now, they are definitely the best tag teams in professional wrestling. But, whatever. I would probably never see a match between the three of them. I don't know if fucking Jimmy Uso keeps doing what he's doing, we might see Jimmy Uso no longer in WWE and in ROH or something, which could only answer so many prayers. But I'm sure it's not what he wants, because he's probably making way more money in WWE as 5-time tag team champions. Anyways, then let's see. ROH has announced a 4-way proving ground match with TV title implications to air on YouTube. It'll be Shane Taylor, Silas Young, Josh Woods, and Tracy Williams going against each other. That'll be really good. I'm excited about this match. Anytime these four get in together, it's usually pretty good. Tracy Williams, he's not really, he's again one of those dudes that look like he's never lifted a weight in his life. And why is he going against the guy twice his size and beating him, and it's just not believable. But the dude's pretty talented in the ring, so hey, his speed and stuff makes up for it. And he does look like he may have lifted a little bit. He doesn't look like fucking Joey Janela or what's his name, Jimmy Havoc, who look like they probably never did a push-up, let alone lifted weights their entire life. So, whatever. I don't know. I'm getting off that soapbox as we speak. But one more thing I do want to bring up. ROH, this is my time to tell you. Listen. Do away with Lifeblood. Or change the name. They aren't intimidating. They're boring as fuck. The guys on the team aren't very big at all. They're non-believable that they could beat up people. No wonder Flip didn't join them. Flip Gordon joined Villain Enterprises because those guys look like they could destroy you. I just don't see what this Lifeblood is even for. I think they wanted to bring in some kind of replacement for the Elite and the Bullet Club or whatever when they left, but this is not the way to do it, man. You've got to figure something else out. Lifeblood is boring as shit, and it just isn't believable. So, do something. All right. Now, that's the show for this week. Thank you for tuning in to High on Wrestling. Join me for my episode tomorrow where I talk about the G1 Supercard and how badass Jon Moxley is again. And how I think he's going to win it. I watched his match against Jeff Cobb the other day, and it was freaking outstanding. If you hadn't got a chance to go watch any of those matches, go check them out. They're amazing. Jon Moxley has outdone himself. Out-freaking-done himself in New Japan. And he looks great, cuts amazing promos, and I'm going to talk about it more tomorrow, along with the rest of the stuff for New Japan. So tune in. And other than that, remember, ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to get high on wrestling.